reach out and grab ya. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. You make me hot, you make me sigh. You make me laugh, you make me cry. Keep me burning for your love with the touch of a velvet glove. Abracadabra. I wanna reach out and grab ya. Abracadabra. 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 I wanna reach out and grab ya. Abracadabra. Abracadabra.
Abracadabra, motherfuckers.
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra, motherfucker.
Wasn't me, I was muted.
I'm fucking muted. You guys are not. Because I didn't unmute myself on OBS because I've been jack off like that for the last couple weeks. Although the other day, that was because I was drinking. This one, no fucking excuse except for I wasn't paying attention. Go figure. And it's just because I didn't want to hear people hearing the mouse clicks as I was stopping and changing things and, you know. Whatever. It is what it is. Pretty much that. Oh shit, it's summer. The Cubs fans are out.
Oh, so what did Meter do?
Yo, poll result.
This stupid team beat my shitty team.
You know what you know what I'm really hoping for? A Euron Greyjoy. Just like the full, just real fluffy. Right through the
So the reveal is real.
You have a new haircut?
That's what the poll was for in the group. The entire reason for the poll was to decide what my new haircut / beard design was going to be and hold people's attention and deter it away from the fact that Adam was finishing the song.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were presenting it this week. I thought people had more time.
That was the whole thing, is that the new song and the new do were all being presented this week.
We're getting a whole on fucking kapoof.
I hope enough people voted on fucking Hagrid. You're a Harry wizard.
Hence the proper coverage until said reveal.
Yeah.
We'll let him determine when the reveal is, I think. Whenever it gets too stuffy under that thing, he's just going to be like, fuck it.
That's going to be in like 2 minutes.
I was going to say, we got a minute or so.
Well, since we got a minute, I may as well say hi to some people. See, Mr. Kite's out there. Kim Dixon's in the house. Raven Shadow, Michael Morris. Clayton's out there. Oh, there's a Meter out there. Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who else do I see out there? Addie Tooney's in the house.
Jeff Sikarsky.
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
What's up, Jeff? Are you gonna go to karaoke with us, Jeff?
Jerry's
You're going to karaoke?
Yeah. I promised them. Remember?
He's got a new song that he's mastered this week. He's got to go try it out on the ladies. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Dan's out there.
I'm gonna sing that song for sure.
Fuck the lady.
What's happening, Tam?
That's the point.
Who else is out there? Wombatsky's out there. My Peeps is out there. Albert Rodriguez. Jerry, I don't know if I said it before. Who else do I see out here? V-Dog. Up Man.
Pup Man.
Raffini's.
Is that Kim Dixon? Kim, is that goat behaving itself? Last time I got to see the goat was like ramming her and taking off running and
fucking superimposed him.
Trying to.
You need to cut out a mouth hole so your voice isn't being confined by this.
You're a mouth hole.
Oh, how the tables have turned, Bloomy.
How unoriginal. Jeez.
She's just flabbergasted by the swiftness of Meter's reply.
Drag my bandana across your couch.
Shout out to Adam for killing it this week. It's ironic that Meter's song would get picked as the same week he is going to unveil his new do.
Now remember, I picked the song before we did the poll.
I'm just saying, rigged.
Total coincidence. Rigged.
Hashtag rigged.
Hashtag super rigged.
I want my money back.
I would have done his other goofy song if it was rigged.
What's happening, Merlin? That one was fucking well done. That was fantastically done. Well done, Adam.
Yeah.
The neighbor's dogs killed the goat. What the fuck, Kim Dixon?
Did you shoot the dogs?
Or eat the goats.
They better be buying a brand new goddamn goat.
I'd be treating them just like coyotes or something else. Sorry, I thought it was a coyote attacking my farm animals. Fuck you.
This show took a real dark turn right there for a minute. We're talking about the goat having fun, and then dogs killed the goat.
Man.
I have kind of like a happy spirited update, I guess, then. Before my resin stands included shipping, and then I realized if somebody were to buy more than one stand, they shouldn't have to pay the shipping twice. So all of my resin stands are going to get a $5 price cut, and shipping will be separately.
Nice.
There you go.
Boom. Buy a Lumi stand.
Do it.
Just in time for these two new beauties to come out.
Yeah.
That looks like Slash should have it.
It
Yeah,
really
right.
does. Does that come with an acrylic guitar?
No.
Should get some Lumi guitar picks.
How much are those?
The skulls?
Yeah.
25?
She doesn't even know how much her own merchandise is. Come on, Lumi.
I just started repricing them. 20 now. They're 20 now. Shipping is separately.
$20.
$20.
$20. Or $15.
For an hour? The Beards of Prey are only...
The beard.
They're a little bit smaller than the skulls.
And the skulls are adequately sized, though. I mean,
So are the owls, though.
that's
Like,
what I'm saying. Like,
I put a
the skull is
Buddha on
big.
here. A 30 millimeter RDA was on this bitch.
Here. This is a 25 millimeter on my skull.
Nice.
I just shot liquid out of this dripper everywhere. Nice.
Oh, so
Good job, Adam.
before we get into complete shenanigans and everything else, I decided that this week I had something that's been floating around in my mind, and I've been contemplating. Thus the name of the show. Over the last 3-4 months, I changed a couple of things here where we talk about advocacy every week, and that's fantastic, and that will stay. However, I am thinking about changing the show again, or the other option, because of what I'm seeing is a decline in people coming and viewing even post-show. I'm debating on whether I continue this time slot or change it, or to be quite honest, I've also debated just ending the channel.
Huh.
Not that I don't enjoy this. Those of you guys that are here every week, I love that. However, it seems like there's less and less people every week that show up. Don't get me wrong, I get new people here and there. People come, people go, but I was averaging at one point around 40 to 50 viewers at any given time, which that's perfect amount for me. Because, to be honest, I can see everybody who's in chat, everybody's talking with each other. But I'm trying to come up with a way to get that viewership back up. I'm not going to put out more videos. I'm not a reviewer. I'm not going to do another live show a week. I have a family. I want to spend time with my family. That's the reason you don't see me on Fresh's show every Friday. You don't see me on all these other shows that I could be on, but I've got other things that come up. So I've been debating on whether I kill this or do I make a change, or whatever the case is. Now, it's something I'm mulling over. I'm not saying I'm going to kill it right now. Not by any means. I still enjoy coming and hanging out every Wednesday and just being a part of the community as a whole like this, in this form, in being YouTube or live shows, as it were. I'm not one for social media. If you guys haven't noticed, look at fucking my Instagram. I rarely post anything on social media. The most you see out of me is if I throw a link out there for my show on Wednesdays. But to be quite honest, I'm not sure what I'm going to do in this route. I'm taking all suggestions, anything that changes. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the shenanigans 100%. I enjoy doing the advocacy bit every week because you know what? Those are things that need to be done, need to be said. No matter how mundane or monotonous it feels like, because we're talking about similar things each and every week. It's just, for me, it's getting to a point where, is it really worth the time? Because am I reaching you guys at all? Don't get me wrong. I know you guys will be here if I decide to keep doing it. And I love that. Those of you on the panel, those of you that are not on the panel out there, it's just, I'm not sure which direction I want to go, whether I'm going to continue to do this or not. In the foreseeable future, I don't know what's going to happen. However, I will let you guys know if it gets to that point where I am going to nix it. It's not that I want to, because I really don't. But on the other side of things, I think I'm a little more discouraged lately, just because it's not like it was a slow decline. It was all of a sudden just fucking shit bottomed out.
Fuck it.
So, and I mean, I honestly don't care about the numbers. However, it was nice having more people here to interact with. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys that are here each and every week more than the rest of them, because you're here each and every week. Makes it fun. I get to know you guys a lot better. However, I do miss having those extra inputs, things for us to roll off of. Because if you ever notice, some of these shows that we have, we'll hit stale, low spots because we're not keeping things going. And I just saw Meter's head burst into flames as I'm talking about this. So it's one of those things where I want to keep it fun for you guys, fresh for you guys, but also still be fun for myself. I don't want to make it feel like it's a job. I don't know how else to put that other than those are the things that are currently going through my head. I'll be honest with you guys. That's what I've been kind of mulling over the last couple weeks, and just something that I wanted to put out there so you guys know what's going on. However, like I said, I am by no means calling it quits right now. I will let you know if that happens and when it would happen if it does. I'm not telling you right this second, but it's just out there so you guys know what's going on in my head. So with all of that said, I did not think of anything advocacy related to talk about this week. So if anybody has something, by all means, I'm more than willing to talk about that. It's just something that I wanted to get off the chest because I've been fucking mulling it over by myself here.
Well, I mean, you've seen how many times I've changed my show. Like, I completely understand where you're coming from, man. Like, when it stops being fun and it starts, you have to drag yourself into the show every week, it makes it really, really hard. Really, really hard to do. I completely understand. And, you put on a good face and you smile and you laugh and, eventually you have a good time. But the first bit of your show, you're sitting there struggling, trying to find the energy to keep it going. I completely understand it, man. Completely understand. So,
I mean, if you want somebody else to close out the show, you can just say it, TJ. It's okay.
I say do what you need to do, man. Do what you need to do. You're always welcome on my channel. If you end yours, maybe I'll move my Friday show back here. I don't know. Maybe I'll get crazy, man. You don't know.
Well, that's the thing is, I enjoy the Wednesday thing because for me, it's a break in the week. But same time, there are some things that's just making it hard for me to just stay focused and what I was doing here, and there's some days where I really don't feel like doing it. Like today was one of them.
Yeah.
However, I had been mulling this over, so I figured, you know what? I should do a show because I'd much rather talk about it, get it out there in the open so everybody knows what's going on. But I also want everybody's input though, because look, I see everybody saying do whatever's going to make me happy.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic. What makes me happy is enjoying your guys' company. That's half the battle. The other battle part of it is I'm trying to figure out where do I go with this? Is it something that's worth my time? Are you guys really going to miss out on a Wednesday night if I'm not here? What other
Yes.
shows are there?
None.
There's heavy.
Yeah,
But then after heavy, there's nothing on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
Except for you, man. This is your show.
it's just one of those things I've been mulling over. It's not like I'm gonna come to an immediate decision on it, and I don't know. Maybe it's just a fucking, just a temporary phase that's going on here with me or whatever. But you know,
I heard some of what Heavy was saying. Did he say he's leaving? Putt. Did he say he's leaving? I don't think he's gonna do that.
I heard he's going to Hello Kitty reviews exclusive.
Heavy is moving to Vape Tube. So he's completely leaving Wednesday.
Oh.
So he is ending his channel.
huh?
Oh, okay.
Well, if that's the case, maybe I'll start this show fucking early if he's actually doing this. Because to be honest, don't get me wrong, I love you guys, but I don't like fucking staying up till 11:30 at night.
And it's hard to get people to come do your show.
That's part of it. A lot of you guys that are here are Central Time. Some of you might be Eastern Time, but not as many. I probably have more people Central Time than I do anywhere else, just because, or Central or Pacific Time. Just purely on the fact of the time frame. How many people that are on the East Coast want to stay up until fucking midnight, 12:30 to stay and watch a show? You know? Those of you who are night owls, I do not count. If you had a normal sleeping schedule with a thing where you had to be up at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock every morning, then I would take that into consideration. But I'm talking people who have a normal daily routine where they're up at 6, 7 in the morning. I'm not trying to keep those people fucking awake or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I love when they come out, but night owls, you guys are night owls for a reason. That's what you do. I am not that person anymore. I used to be, not so much anymore.
People don't we night owls be like we is, but we do.
Yeah, that's it. I can't do it. I'm lucky. I'm lucky I made it till what, 1:30 this last weekend.
Yeah, almost.
That was only because I was drinking. And then I fucking, instead of ending the goddamn show because I was fucked up, I ended the goddamn Zoom meeting.
For everyone.
For everyone. I just fucking pinked. Yep. I clicked OK. Not even thinking about it. And I was like, where'd oh, you dumb fuck.
That was extra funny though.
So I tried to quick set up a room. Oh, we already went in the nurse's room. You motherfuckers just bailed on me immediately. Knowing I'm drunk, not, hey, are you okay? Did you fall out of your chair? Nothing.
I kind of just figured.
That you were gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Fair, I messaged immediately though.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. It was funny to me afterwards. It was not funny at the time. I was like, son of a bitch, because then I'm trying to figure out how the fuck do I get back in here, because I had already closed out YouTube and everything. I'm like, fuck. No, made for a good time. A good laugh afterwards. Note to self: not gonna sit here and get fuckered again for a while, because I did not feel well the next day.
Well, you were mixing up your drinks. You were
I'm
just
still trying
doing
to figure out how
whatever
hard
happened to be near.
That's true. I think part of the reason I switched over to the straight whiskey is because I was sick of going out and mixing up fucking brandy old fashions. I just didn't feel like getting up and going back, mixing a drink, coming back, having it for 5 minutes, and going and getting another one. Fuck it, just go straight whiskey and we're good.
I was drinking Mexican beer. I felt great.
I should have been drinking the Mexican beer. I wanted that Pacifico that you ran down and got us. God damn it.
Should have been
Soul
drinking
Pacific.
9.5s. You'd have been feeling them.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Oh, did you miss the after effects on that one?
Dude, I honestly, look, I like RJ. He's such a good kid.
Oh, I love that kid.
Man, dude.
Jeez.
You gotta learn to shut her down once in a while.
Mark it as 0, Donnie. You're out of your element.
Yeah. He's a fucking pacifist.
Goddamn nihilist.
Oh.
Good times.
So what else has everybody else got going on other than my fucking craziness this week?
So, even though people had a full week and full opportunity to determine insanity, we got a total whopping 8 votes
Oh,
for the poll. With being only 8 votes, that means the winner was decided by a single vote margin. And before I turn my camera back on, I just want everyone that can hear this to take a moment to appreciate the fact that you people were 1 vote away from this camera clicking on and seeing a white Mr. T. 1 vote, people. One
son of a
vote.
bitch.
1 vote made the difference. You could have had it. We could have pitied the fool together, but it didn't win. So instead, what you have to deal with is watching this bloom out into full Hagridity over the
Full
course of
Hagrid.
You had the chance. We could have pitied the fool. I could have drank milk and fell asleep in a helicopter, but no. We're going full Hagrid. So this is all going full fucking floof over the summer.
Or a wizard, Harry.
I will be a hairy wizard by the winter.
Or a hairy man, mater.
Please tell me you at least have a big fucking brown trench coat.
I do have a large brown coat. I don't know if it would quite be long enough because it's not like a trench coat, but I also know where Good Samaritan stores around here are. So
Go find one of those stores where they have a big old fucking brown leather duster and grab one of those motherfuckers.
that's what I was thinking. Getting a brown leather duster and then like a mini bike to look like the motorcycle from the movie. It'll be a whole thing, man.
Okay, so Heavy's live show is going to stay on YouTube. His reviews will go to VapeTube.
I was gonna say, he's got like 300-400 people that watch his show. I don't know that he's gonna completely abandon YouTube.
My phone not know the word nizzle. As in, oh shizzle my nizzle.
If anybody's phone knew that, I think I would have figured it would have been yours.
Now it does. Crazy.
So full Hagrid over the summer.
Full Hagrid. I'm officially the only caveat. I don't have my flashcard for Alan, but the only caveat that I'm going to make to that is that I will endure the insanity and the fucking nails on the chalkboard like effect that my hair touching the front of my ears and the top of my lip will do to me for the sake of the crew, for the sake of the fans. But the one caveat I'm going to make here is the corners where the fucking mustache turns into the beard have to be fucking trimmed. They have to. Otherwise, my own mustache will try and stab my mouth through the side like Pinhead, and that's not the choice that won. So.
Oh, and then you end up eating a whole bunch of hair.
Exactly. Just the inside corners here to keep everything symmetrical and flowing properly. But we are going full Hagrid. I'm going to stop trimming everything. The whole line's going to go wonky and crazy. We're going with it.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's like a fucking every other day. Trim the insides of these bastards.
Yep, right in there. Yep.
Just to keep from going.
I know all about these struggles.
Well, it's a sad, sad thing.
Well, I mean, I figure you got to trim the corners of your bush, otherwise the full pinhead.
Right.
That's got to be way worse for the ladies.
Right.
Yeah.
Really does emphasize the phrase, we have such wonderful sights to show you.
Nice.
Uh,
Ooh, you could do the stash thing with it, just fucking.
Well, I think that's how I'm going to keep it from driving me insane. As soon as it starts to get any
Start
length,
curling it out.
Curling it out sideways, yeah.
Nice. I don't think mine is. I don't know if mine would ever do that. Mine's just very caterpillar-like. Just kind of just right there. I used to not have any like upper lip hair forever. I just had like the neck beard forever. And then when I started growing this all like long, I was like, well, fuck it. Let's see how this works. And I can't see myself without it now. When I look at pictures, I'm like, oh my God, look at that little boy.
He looked Amish.
I went the full opposite. I started with the whole like complete Mario at like 11. Like we were talking like thumb width caterpillar, but could not put a fucking speck on my chin to save my ass. And then all of a sudden, neck beard. Well, we're fucking doing this thing.
I laughed. Before my brother joined the army, he had the literally epitome of an Amish neckbeard. Because it was like down here at the base of his chin.
Oh,
And down here. I'm like, oh God, dude. Just let it grow up a little bit, please.
Yeah, mine went up higher.
I'm like, do I need to call you Jebediah or something?
Right.
Rocking that Ezekiel beard.
I betroth thee.
Fucking hanging out, watching too much Weird Al videos, apparently.
I used to love that song. Jeff, who was in chat earlier, he used to sing that song fucking all the time.
For karaoke, he would sing Amish Paradise.
No, he would just sing it just in general. Just we'd be walking home from school and he would sing that. I churned butter once or twice, living in an Amish paradise.
Talk about a career resurgence for Weird Al. Like,
shit.
Like, he was still around, but he wasn't doing, and then all of a sudden, like, this latest batch of songs that he started putting out, like, all of a sudden, Weird Al's back, and he's, like, doing shows with freaking Weezer. And
right? Yeah, think about that. Who would have believed you if you'd have said 5, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that in the future, Weird Al and Weezer are not only going to be on tour together, they're going to collaborate and make fucking explosively popular songs together.
Yeah.
Like, what?
like Weird Al, I could kind of see, but Weezer?
Yeah, like that's you got your peanut butter and my chocolate scenario. It doesn't sound right on paper, but then you look at it and you're like, it fucking works.
It makes sense. Louis over here. Who's Weezer?
No, I actually know some. I don't know the names of them, but I know.
I know, but I don't.
Oh.
A little fresh air won't kill anybody.
What up, JFM?
JFM, what's happening?
You do.
Oh, in case anybody was not around last night, before I forget, this is live now.
Oh, right.
Over on
Right.
Vaping Swag. The Gizzard Brew Strawberry variety.
I accidentally ripped mine.
Mine's invisible because I opted not for it.
Oh, the drill did win, didn't it? Still
I was
got
gonna
blood
say,
on your
she was, like,
fingers.
Ravenous for it and wanted to.
Oh
vape
no,
it.
that's a food coloring.
Sure, whatever you guys say.
No wait, that's actually alcohol ink. No, I have proof. You'll notice the top of this top hat's purple.
What does that have to do with the red blood?
That's purple ink.
Looks like you smashed it under a stack of freaking concrete.
I've smashed it with a hammer plenty of times over this week, but honestly, like that's the only thing I don't like about resin is I like to keep my hands really clean, but when you're working with inks, it gets in places. I've used so much soap and Gojo. I even cut the nail completely off because I didn't like the look of it under my nail. It was grossing me out.
Why you're supposed to wear gloves.
Stop it, Swag. Well, I just heard the news.
That would have been a perfect song for the intro of TJ saying, I don't know, but I keep screaming.
No, what
With arms wide
No.
open.
That's one of those ones I'm praying to God never wins.
There's a
Keep
there's
saying
a,
this, and now Swag's getting like all Swag's gonna put up is fucking Nickelback.
Creed. Nickelback.
all I'm saying is there's a reason that the U.S. government's military forces use Creed through loudspeakers
Sure.
as anti-negotiation tactics.
For
Really?
songs I
Look
don't
into it.
run.
Blare Creed through loudspeakers at like fucking hold up houses and shit, like terrorists that are bunkered in, like fucking Waco situations. They'll blare fucking Creed at them. There's a reason for that.
We give up.
Scott Stapp will make anybody want to end it.
Just make it stap.
It's Stapp.
Shut it off or I'll shoot myself.
Make it stand.
Holy Lord.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Hey, I know those songs for a reason, Swag. I did like that band at one point.
Oh.
Like in 1997.
I
didn't know
can-
you
Yeah,
were-
I was about to say it took me a solid 2 weeks of that song winding up on the radio like every time I turned around to really start to dislike the band. Like I guarantee that the first time I heard Creed play a song, I was like, not bad.
Yeah, My Own Prison was the first song I heard by them, and I was like, hey, this isn't bad. This is pretty cool, man. Should have been
not a bad jam. All right.
religious, but it's kind of heavy.
And then like 10 minutes later, the same song was on. I was like, well,
Exactly, and then the rest of the album is the same song, and he's just never opening his mouth.
Well, to be fair, much like Nickelback, Creed wasn't really the problem itself, so much as it was the fans.
That's
a good
point.
No matter if it's your cup of tea or not, you can't say that like OG Creed or like original Nickelback shit is bad music. It's really not. There's a reason they both sold millions and millions of albums. It's
Right.
not for everyone, but it's not bad music. The problem with both of those bands in particular is that when you turn and look at the fan base, you instantly cringe and like recoil in terror.
I picture dudes like swilling like Four Loko in Affliction t-shirts.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Or the complete opposite end of the spectrum, like the militant Bible thumpers.
Right.
Like guys that are headbanging to Creed and starting a mosh pit with Bible verses being whispered. Like,
Right.
what? Because that's a real thing. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
We're moshing our faith into everyone.
That's right.
Power of Creed compels you.
Right.
I'm gonna say never been a fan. Not ever.
That's fair.
You need an old Scott Stapp and a new Scott
And
Stapp.
to be honest, I think part of that is because it sounds like a really bad version of grunge.
I think that's what it was. I think it's like me and like
It was kind of at the tail end of grunge.
we were trying to hang on to that.
It was
Yeah.
like
I think. So we were like taking whatever we could get, I think.
yeah. It was like grunge light. It was like the remnants of what was grunge, and they tried to like when you have a little bit of soup left and you try to add some more stock and then make more soup, but it
Yeah.
doesn't taste the same as the original batch did. That's what Creed was to rock and roll.
It's crazy because Mark Tremonti from Creed is a
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal guitar player.
Yeah.
Like
Built
insanely good. He's like Eddie Van Halen, basically. Like he's a shredder,
Right?
but he's like limited by Creed and their butt rock.
He's starting to get away from it though. Now that he's
Swag's out there screaming that the Creed is not grunge.
Post grunge, get it right.
They fucking sound like it.
It's garage rock,
and
you
it's-
assholes.
Don't get me wrong. I like some grunge, but not that kind.
No,
Swag
garage
is just
rock
angry Hunt and Peck typing at us right now in his room full of Creed posters.
Garage rock is like the Strokes and shit. I like the Strokes. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, so what
Yes, we got to make off tea. Yes, we
To be honest, I really didn't think past what I was going to say initially. That was after that, it was kind of fucking free for all. So I said,
I'm still voting for just winging it. Like, I stream on Twitch every night during the oddest hours, and I'll be lucky if I have 3 viewers. It gets a little discouraging, but the 3 viewers that are there, I love them. So I keep doing it, and I just keep trooping.
it's not so much the viewer count. It's really not. I was just saying I noticed that as a trend, but there's some things that are just where it just seems monotonous to me. Where it seems like something's got to change in order to pique my interest to keep it going. I mean, wrong. I love getting into the bullshit. I really do. But it's kind of the same thing every week. Don't get me wrong. Everybody needs that midweek break, and that's what we do. At the same time, I got to change something. The viewer count, it would be awesome if it went back up where it was. However, I don't know that that's going to happen. Look, I've been pecking away at this for fucking 3 years, and I still have not hit 1,000 subs. So I don't foresee me getting back up to that viewer count at any point, anytime soon. I mean, keep hearing, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's taken me a fucking year to get from 500 to 600 and whatever I'm at now. So I guess maybe in another 10 years, then you guys will get that ball pit.
You'll break your
At
hip
that
in the
point, I'm
process.
going to need a fucking walker and a hoist to get me up somewhere because I'm too decrepit to get where the fuck I'm going.
Gonna go from the roof of the garage to the couch.
To the fucking grave at that age. Yeah. It is what it is, though. Like I said, just something that's been fucking tooling around. I'm not saying anything's going to happen with it, but it's been there.
No, Pippa. No.
You shut that shit down right now. Can you turn me on?
Oh my god. Hate them, but I know all the damn songs.
I think even the people who do hate them and have hated them since day one know the songs because they've been played so goddamn much. How can you not?
Oh,
I mean,
man.
you get beat with anything long enough, you're going to recognize what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
I have terrible short-term memory, but this just sprung up in my mind because we talked about this yesterday on the special edition Fresh show. But TJ, how would you feel about your kid being tested for nicotine for just doing extracurricular activities?
To be honest,
How-
I'd tell them to get fucked. I would honestly tell the
Where you
schools,
had no choice.
well, then they can
Like,
fuck off.
like,
I will. You want an extracurricular activity? I'll take them outside of the school and go put them in something that's not school related, that's extracurricular. Fuck off. Good luck testing it. Because if they're going to do it on a school extracurricular basis, there's plenty of other programs out there, especially in my area, because I live in a bigger city, where if they're going to do that shit, fuck off. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to know if my kid's doing it, and I'll be the first to tell them. But it's not their fucking job to be testing my kids. And if you're thinking you're going to let somebody look at my kid's dick, you can fuck off. In fact, I'll punch you right in the fucking cocksucker just for saying it to me. Just because it's... Look, kids are going to be crafty little cocksuckers. I was that kid. Any of us who are on this panel were that kid at one point. This is what happens when you make a mountain out of a molehill. Stupid shit like this comes up. It's like, best way to put this, it's like a fucking hypochondriac. They think if they do this, this, and this, it's going to stop this from happening. No, it's not. They're just going to figure out another way. Guess what? There's plenty of fake dicks out there with plenty of fake bags of piss. Those kids are going to figure out how to tape it to their leg to make it fucking body temperature. I'm sure their parents will tell them if they care enough. Hey, I'd tell my kid the same thing if it really came down to that. Here's what you do. Fucking tape this to the inside of your leg so it stays body temperature all day. Then when it comes time, whip that shit out under your dick and back. Fill the cup. You're good.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Neither saying this here nor there, but allegedly.
Yeah, because I know we touched on it yesterday, but it just dawned on me. You're the one on this
Yeah,
panel
as
that
a parent.
actually has kids that would be subjected to this, and
Oh, don't get me wrong. There's another side of this. I would tell them no up front. However, on the other side of this, if they're saying they're testing for other things, by all means, do so. Things that are more dangerous than fucking nicotine. Which, at that point, why don't you test the kid for caffeine? Is he fucking drinking too much fucking Coca-Cola or Mountain Dew or
Monster Energy?
Yeah.
Or the new
Shasta
Sonic
or-
Red Bull Route 44 slushy that they've been advertising on the radio now.
Yeah,
Oh,
they have.
really?
Yeah, Route 44 Sonic Red Bull slush with, like, made legitimately with Red Bull. Like, 'cause that's what
Oh.
children need is, you know, slushy super caffeine.
Yeah.
I remember
Well, that's
Keep them away from vaping flavors, though.
yeah. I don't get it. You know, like you can subject a kid to 1,000 milligrams of caffeine, but like 50 milligrams of nicotine is the end of the fucking world.
Don't get me wrong when I'm saying this. I don't condone the use of child nicotine at all.
Right.
That in my opinion is not on fact.
However-
My parents did not condone it. There's so many times I got my ass whipped and other stupid shit for it, but it didn't deter me. However, if that shit comes up, you bet your sweet ass my son's getting an ass whipping.
That's how that works.
Because you know what? I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Call Child Protective Services on me. Because you'll be the only kid that goes there that says, yes, sir, and no, sir, please, and thank you. The rest of the motherfuckers that are in there, their parents ain't doing their goddamn job. They're just out there beating kids for no reason. No. And I'm not talking I'm going to beat him to a bloody pulp. No. But he is going to get an ass whooping. Talking. Fucking open hands to the backside.
So, I mean, we can take a look at this from the parent who actually cares about their shit's thought process. I mean, it is illegal.
Yeah.
Kids vaping is illegal. It's illegal in all 50 states now. Like it's not a choice. It's not a choice for them. And I get where the school districts are coming from because, you know, you can't figure out, you know, which kids are juuling, which ones aren't. The kids aren't ever going to be honest. Kids saying they're smoking, kids saying they're vaping, kids saying they're drinking. There's really no telling, you know, how much truth there is out there. You know, it could be 50% of kids are vaping, but only 5% of them are willing to answer honestly. So, but it's always been this way. Like,
Yeah.
how many kids smoke? How many of those popular super goody good kids smoked on the weekend when they were drinking with their friends?
Yep.
Like all of them did. Everybody did it. Everybody was out drinking. Everybody was out doing drugs every weekend. It's always been this way. And parents are so, like, have they gotten so unrealistic that they're not able to look at themselves in the mirror and remember what it was like to be a teenager? Like, have people forgotten what it's like to be a teenager? Like, you're invincible. You want to try all the fun things. You want to get drunk. You want to get high, man.
It's kind of annoying because, like, I've heard from a friend that has recently had to go through some stuff with the state. It's considered threatening your child just to tell them of consequences of things. And then it feels like you can't do that, but your school district and your school can be like, oh, it's mandatory for you to take a drug test for nicotine.
And it's
Okay.
mandatory for that fucking
That's
superintendent to suck my dick.
Like, if you want, I mean, I get it. We want it, like our football players. We want a clean image. Well, also, well, if you're gonna have a clean image, fucking Nebraska, because this is where all this is happening. It's fucking Nebraska. You know, quit. You know, doing Friday Night Light shit. Like, the kid walks into the convenience store, grabs a 6-pack, and walks out, and everybody looks the other way. Don't do shit like that if you want a clean image. You know, don't enable them. Like, parents, take a look in the mirror. Don't enable your fucking children.
Look, I have a little bit of a different perspective on this. I mean, because I fall into a weird age category when it comes to having kids. There are some parents that are older than me that have kids my age. There's a lot more parents that are younger than me by 10, 12, 13, 14 years that have kids that are getting close to that school age where they have a complete look. Okay, for example, look at myself, my brother. You guys have all met my brother Quinn.
Yep.
I have it.
You
Okay.
met Quinn?
Well, all right, this is where I'm going with this. My brother, he's 10 years younger than I am. Completely different mindset about the world. Comparative to what I think and what he thinks. We've been through a lot of the same similar situations. We came up from the same household. I'm former Army. He is in the Army. So we have a lot in common with these things. But when you look at the way that they process things and the way that they process what's going on in the world, they're a lot different in it. And what's the best word to use for this? Nowadays they want, in my opinion, from what I'm noticing, those parents want everything to be in a bubble. So nothing can hurt their kid. This is where you're getting a lot of that shit. Where I'm going, you know what? Go do your thing. Go fall off the fucking swing set. Break your arm. That's what kids fucking do. I used to fucking go ride my bicycle on a fucking dirt track with no helmet, no pads, fucking crash into trees, fucking flip over, hit my head on the concrete. Now, no, you see a kid without a helmet, somebody's calling CPS. I think part of the biggest issue on that is they're overbearing on what they're doing. Now, if you look back to when we were younger and in junior high school, when we were smoking, it was, if you look at smoking levels versus vaping levels at that time versus what's current now, they were the exact fucking same, at least, if not worse for the smoking. It was not an epidemic then, but all of a sudden it's an epidemic now.
Because they can label
I'll say it.
Because they can label it and because they can label it, they can put numbers to it.
To be quite honest, it goes hand in hand with this for me. The second they started making such a big deal about parents disciplining their children in whatever way, shape they seen fit, to now, that's when there was been that biggest change. I know, when I was growing up, it wasn't uncommon for me to get my ass whipped by my aunt, and then my aunt tell my fucking old man that I was misbehaving there, then get my ass whipped when I got home. Now, neither one of them motherfuckers is going to touch anybody because they know they're going to go to fucking jail because somebody's going to say something.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I think it's just that, as a whole, the U.S. has gotten soft because, oh my God, we're hurting the children. No, you're not hurting the children. You're installing discipline in them. You're taking away that golden spoon out of their mouth. You're taking out that expectation of the world fucking owes me something. In fact, I just saw a study the other day where they were talking to people who are about to graduate with a bachelor's degree. They were overestimating what they were going to make coming out 1 year out of college. The average that they were overestimating by, $15,000 a year over what their average estimate. The only ones that underestimated were the people that were coming out with a bachelor's degree in computer science. They were about 10 grand under.
That makes sense.
Everyone else, fucking $10,000, $15,000 over. Even liberal arts students, $10,000-$15,000 over. The fuck
You
are
mean
you gonna
future
do?
baristas?
Yeah, I'm going. All of these things where there's entitlement and all that. This goes hand in hand with this because we're not. The United States as a whole has gotten very soft.
I agree.
Um, the sad part of this is with people like the greatest generation passing away due to age, we'll never get any of that back. We're going to continue a downward spiral. There's a reason. Look, I can say, as much as this pains me to say it, we do not have the best military force in the world anymore. It's not because we don't have the tools, we don't have the stuff. It's because the now generation that's going in, they're a lot fucking softer. You're not getting those mean, angry motherfuckers that want to kill people, or the people that want to actually serve their country. They're going in there because they think they can run something and get something for free. So it's turned that soft as well. Because even talking to my brother and some friends that are still in, things have changed a lot even since I've gotten out in the past decade. And it's a scary thing that the U.S. as a whole has become that soft, that it's causing problems like this where you have shit blown out of proportion because, oh my God, we're not protecting them enough. Go fuck right off. And along with your fucking nicotine tests in school. Look, kids are going to smoke. Kids are going to vape. It's just the nature of the beast. It doesn't matter what you do. Threaten them all you want with this test, that test, whatever. Threaten them with your at-school police officer. They don't give a fuck. Why? Because you know what? Until they're 18, it doesn't go on their permanent record anyway, so they don't care.
I kind of agree with Church. Everybody is coddled in titles. I mean, talking to my nephew, he's had kind of a rough go of it. And he's getting ready to graduate high school. It took him a little bit longer because the way the school in town is now, like you can go to the structured high schools, or you can go to the off-brand high school. Let's call it off-brand high school. And the off-brand high school, you do things at your own pace. You do them as you go, so you can graduate early, you can graduate late, but you're still going to complete high school. And he went to the off-brand high school. It took him a little bit longer than he would have if he was going to a structured high school. I talked to him, and he's a good kid. Like, he's a good kid. He's living with my parents because his mom's a piece of shit. I'll say that. I if you're out there somewhere, little sis, hi. Anyway, he's one of the few kids that actually seems to have a work ethic, and that's because, quite frankly, he's got my stepdad, my dad, kind of looking over his shoulder, and he makes him go out and do things just like he did to me. He's like, there's a pile of wood out there, go fucking split that. Well, he doesn't say it like that. There's a pile of wood out there, go split that. The basement needs new insulation. Guess what we're doing this weekend? You and I, we're gonna go do this. We're gonna go work on this car. And we're gonna get this car up and running. You want to drive it? We're gonna work on it. He has that mentality.
This car, buy it. We'll work on it together, and we'll make it drivable.
Yeah, but I mean, you see his friends come around, and you talk to his friends and his cousins and all the other kids, and they're using words that they don't understand. Like they use big words, and they don't understand what the big words mean, and they're sitting there playing around their cell phone, and they've got all these grandiose plans about how they're going to make money in high school by going and mining some currency on some game, and it's like, okay, have you even thought about how much effort that's going to take? Like the people that actually make money going out and mining these things, like that's all they do. They have bots set up on multiple systems going out and feeding one account. Like, have you thought about how much effort all this is going to take and how much money it's going to take to get started? Well, I can get the money to get started. Are you going to get it from your parents, right? Well, probably, yeah. That's what I thought. So your parents aren't going to do that, so go out and deliver food or work a shitty fast food job and remember what it's like when you get older. You know, this is the type of thing that people need to be doing.
Mhm.
The type of shit we did when we grew up. Like, fuck, I remember TJ was talking about going out and riding his bike. I remember leaving my house at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I would go out until like 6, 7 o'clock at night, out to the bike jumps. I would go jump my bike for hours and hours and hours. And if I got hurt, I got hurt. I'd limp home, and if nothing was broken, I wasn't going to get in trouble. If something was broken, I'd probably get in trouble for it. But you know, it was a different age, and there's more information out there now, and there's more people. That's the problem. There's more people, so you hear about all these crazy things happening. The same crazy things happened when we were growing up, just not on the scale that they happened. Because there's what, 7 times more people than there were when we were growing up. So you hear about this shit more and more and more because there's more and more and more people. So it's not like any of the statistics have ever changed. It's just the number of people around have changed.
The other thing that changed, social media. So you hear about it a lot more because you have social media. Like, yeah, that shit was happening long before social media is around. You just didn't hear it as much because it didn't make the fucking 5 o'clock news.
And yeah, I mean, any half-brained nitwit can fucking pick up their phone and scrape together a story and go on the 5 o'clock news with it these days. Like, it doesn't take a lot to be a good reporter, and that's the problem with the press. I mean, I remember the first time I saw it when stuff started getting sensationalized on my local news. They were talking about how the escalators at the mall could kill us. That was the very first like super sensational thing, and they said it before the newscast started, and they didn't actually do the story until the end so that people would stay tuned through the whole thing. And when they did the story, it was like a 2-minute story about how some kid had gotten caught in an escalator in fucking Minnesota or some shit. And it's like, okay, that happened in Minnesota. Like, what does that have to do with the escalators at our mall? So, you know, it's with more news, with the easier it is to report, they have to draw people's attention because that's what drives it. That's what drives everything these days. Even the medical field's fucking statistics. Like how many people are watching, you know, how many likes did we get, how many retweets did we get. That's what's fueling the fucking media, and it shouldn't. Honest reporting shouldn't be fueling the media. Like, you should be telling us the truth. You shouldn't be making shit up all the time. And that's all we get these days is people making shit up, throwing it at the wall. And if it turns out not to be true, you publish a retraction, you know, 150 pages deep. Nobody's held accountable at the end of it. So there's so many problems out there, and vaping seems like it should be the least, but it's been blown up into some sort of cosmic monster. I just don't get it.
Well, and I think our church hit it right on the head, and that's exactly what it is. It's the world has gone from when we were growing up, you got your news at 6 o'clock in the morning before your parents headed off to work. You got your news at lunch, and then you got your little update at 5, and your big news of the day would come at 7, 8 o'clock at night with the evening news, and that was the end of the news cycle. If something big happened, unless it was literally world-shaking news that would break into your TV broadcast, you didn't hear about news again until the following morning. And if it was Friday, you had to hope that the channels that you got back then would pick up a weekend news update, or you didn't know anything from Friday till Monday. And in the world we live in today, it's a 24-hour news cycle. Information is everywhere all the time. You can't get away from it. So at any point in time that anything happens, it can be made a sight or made, a spectacle of immediately.
Or an epidemic.
Globally with the snap of a finger, literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's
blessing and a curse.
It's kind of funny that I look at it this way. It's kind of funny that there's an epidemic here and in Australia only. There's not one in New Zealand, China, the EU, or Europe as a whole. So it's not a worldwide epidemic, but it's apparently only a problem here in Australia. Nowhere else in the fucking world.
Well, I remember I looked up the statistics. Like, Australia is like 1% below us. Like, you look at the EU, like they're 1% below us. Like, what is that 1% the difference between an epidemic and being hunky fucking dory?
Yep. And that's what makes it funny to me is because the U.S. as a whole, it's a completely different mindset. And
Yeah,
I don't see it changing at all. I finally understand where some of my grandparents that are no longer with me said, I don't want to live here the way things are going. And I'm glad I get to die, is what some of them said. Because I can see the negative changes and effects. Now, it's not that things won't go on, they're going to go on, whether these changes occur or not. But the way that this is going, I'm not looking forward to being an old man in this country. I really am not. In fact, the second my kid's out of school, I've thought about it a couple times, becoming an expat and fucking moving to some other country. Just because, you know what? At that point, why the fuck not? Because I don't like the way things are going here.
Oh, my brother, as soon as he retires from the Coast Guard, him and his wife are going to Thailand. And, yeah,
They
all right,
have
good.
a pretty large expat community there.
Yeah, they do. Well, his wife's from Thailand, so
Yeah, well, that makes sense then.
he's got that going for him too. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna pick up, take his retirement check, his kids, and off they go. Yeah, like he's already told me. It's like, this is happening, man. All right, man. Saving up for it. He's like, yep. But my retirement check, I'm gonna be able to live like a fucking king.
Later, Kim.
Bye, Kim.
Night night.
Later, Kim Dixon.
Southern Belle.
Kick those dogs if you see them.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Kick the humans that raised the dogs to not know
That's true.
better.
You should kick the humans in the shin. Leave the dogs alone. Kim Dixon. Leave them dogs alone.
Leave them dogs alone.
Hey, Kim, leave those pups alone.
Yeah, I don't know. It's disheartening, and things are only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse from here.
Well, when we were talking about jobs and things like that earlier, there's something else that I did notice, especially in my local area, talking to some of the people who actually do the work. Like my HVAC guy who comes in and checks my heater and my AC every year. And he said right now, most of their HVAC guys, they're getting to retirement age where they're about to retire, and they can't get kids to come and take the jobs because they're too physical.
Yep.
So he's like, I hate to tell you this, but here in probably the next 5-10 years, you're going to be looking at a steep increase in price for things. And he said, if you're ever thinking about changing careers, right now might be the time, because we're hiring people on at $25, $30 an hour because we can't get people. I'm like, fuck. I'm half
Or
tempted
fast.
to go change. He said the downside is it's a job you're always on call for. I'm like, well, been down that road before.
Something that always amuses me is people that work fast food restaurants but don't want to do the extra work but expect their to get paid over minimum wage, and they can't get a simple fast food order correct.
Well, they get this in Washington. A massive increase in pay. Like they got a massive increase in pay, and I swear the service got worse everywhere.
Yep.
And then people started putting kiosks in at all the different fast food restaurants, and so instead of hiring people to work at the counter, like you just punch your order into the kiosk, then you go pick it up at the counter, and they still get the fucking order wrong.
Oh, those kiosks are in full effect here.
Yeah, I forget what they were getting paid, but they were getting paid like just outrageous amounts of money. Like they were like that dude's within $10 of me. Like I've got a skill. That was a while ago though.
Joys of coddling are catching up.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like my career field, the ear, nose, and throat technician. Like, there's not enough people in it, so they're gonna pay people more to come and do it. and you're gonna wind up people with like a quarter of the skill that some of the other folks have. That's just how it's gonna be.
Jen, don't say that. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. That's a one thing I'm worried about for the missus because she is a stay-at-home mom now. So
Getting back out is tough. It's tough. People don't hire. They don't hire people that haven't been working.
I've run into that struggle multiple times. Like, I have some medical problems that make it so I can't even move sometimes. Or I just black out and fall over. And it's considered a liability for me to work. And I actually was still managing to work at the time I was at the deli working, and they were like, we can't have you over the meat slicer. Like, just go home. And then I'd come in the next day, and I would still be doing my damnedest, but they could still see the fatigue in me, and they're like, go home. And then at some point, you just take so many sick days that you can't even use that person as a reference because they're going to be like, oh, this person has too many sick days. They had to be let go because they're not an optimal worker. Like, I would do my damnedest, but because of my medical problems, they'd be like, no, peace out. And then I tried to sign up for a program to help me find a job. They told me I didn't want to work hard enough if my concern was what already happened to me. And they actually gave up on me because they're like, you can't find a job and you don't want to work hard enough for that job. And I was like, you're trying to hire me at Walmart. You get 3 sick days. If you go over that, you get strikes and then you get fired. You guys are meant to be helping me find a job despite the fact that I have medical problems, not a job that's going to do my reputation.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Oh, exaggeration. I've been fired from a job, but it wasn't for that. It's because I told my boss to go fuck himself.
Yeah,
Then I promptly flipped over a table on my way out the door. He was not happy.
Oh,
Guys,
I was mighty close to getting fired from KFC when I quit because I was tired. I was a senior in high school and they kept me there till 1 a.m. Like I was like,
That's ridiculous.
exactly. I'm like, dude, I have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get ready for school to do my homework. Like I get 4 hours of sleep as a senior in high school. Do you think I want KFC to be my fucking priorities for my life? I'm not you. Like you're a manager of KFC in Great Falls, fucking Montana. Like, does that make you special? And I could see in his face he was about to fire me, and I was like, dude, I quit. Fuck you. Like, I'll be back for my last check. Or can you mail it? That'd be even better, so I don't have to come back in here. Like, no, you have to come pick it up. Okay, dude. I'll be back. Have it sitting at the counter.
I remember I quit my
That
job.
was the worst.
I had to quit my job as a cashier because I got put on probation because I was supposedly taking somebody's groceries, and after I scanned them, I would throw them at the bottom of the conveyor belt. I was like, can I see the footage of me throwing a customer's, like, you're already talking about me. I apologize for the most random stupid shit, and I don't like being all that hostile to people I don't know. And I was like, I want to see this footage of me throwing somebody's groceries. They put me on probation as a bagger for like 2 weeks, and I was like, I quit. I'm done. You're not going to show me the video of me supposedly doing this because some asshole is having a bad day and made a complaint?
Exactly. Like you can't control everybody, and like the way things are in work these days is if somebody files a complaint, like they have to take it seriously because that's how things work now. Whether it's grounded, whether it's based on in fact or not, like it's ridiculous. We lost one of the best PAs, physician's assistant. We lost one of the best that I've ever seen. He was amazing, an amazing worker, but he was straight and to the point. He was like a military dude who'd gotten out. He was a Navy corpsman. And then he went and got his PA, and he was straight and to the point. The dude was a power lifter, and he was intimidating as fuck. And if he told you, like, he would tell you straight, this is what the deal is. This is the treatment. Either you're going to do it or you're not. That's up to you. But this is what I can do for you. And a couple of patients didn't like that attitude. They didn't like the way they were being treated. But everybody except for like the 3 patients who complained loved the guy because he was straight. He gave you the options that you had. And he was straight about it. He's not gonna, blow smoke up your ass about how things are gonna be. Because a lot of times with a lot of like serious medical problems, like people, if someone blows smoke up your ass and tells you, we can try this, this, and this, it's those things have such minute chances of working that it doesn't make sense to try them. When we've got a sensible treatment over here that we could do. But you want to do these things? Fine, we can do those things, but it's a waste of your fucking time. These are the things that are going to work. And so we lose this dude because these like 3 people complained. They actually sat him at work and wouldn't let him see patients for like 6 months and still paid a physician's assistant full pay, but wouldn't let him see patients for 6 months.
Wow.
And so he handled the Facebook page for the clinic. And that's what he did for 6 months before finally he was like, I can't take this anymore. Am I ever going to be able to see patients? And they were still hemming and hawing. He's like, fine, I fucking quit. I'll walk out of this office, off this post, down the street, get a way better paying job where people are going to respect what I can do. I'll go work in an urgent care clinic. Like, those people understand straight up, these are your choices right now.
Shit done. And you're
Yeah,
gonna do
and
it
so
now.
he left. He's making like 3 times the money he did. And last time I saw him, he was happy. He was happier than I'd seen him in forever. But we lost one of the best physicians assistants I've ever seen because 3 people didn't like the way that they were treated. Out of the thousands and thousands of people this guy saw every year, 3 people. 3
Yeah, I
people.
remember.
3 people put this guy at a desk managing a fucking Facebook page for a clinic.
The manager that ran the cashiers up front, I remember she'd come up to me and she'd be like, I think you're spending a little bit too much time talking to the customers, because the customers would love coming through because I would chat with them while I'm ringing them out. And I wasn't even that slow at it. It's just I would chat with the people and they would actually come to my lane. So like to have that one person be like, oh, this person threw my groceries, and then they just take their word for it, but yet you lecture me on not talking to the customers so that I cash them out faster?
Kenny B.
There's no winning.
What's
There's no
happening?
winning.
Yeah, sometimes there's no winning. It drives me nuts. Just thinking about that dude drives me nuts. The fact that, like, that was one of those sticking points when he left. I was like, dude, I'm not sure I want to work in this clinic anymore. Like, you guys threw this guy under the bus, and he was the best. He was the best guy we had in the clinic. Like, he saw more people. He had great statistics, but for 3 people, you threw this dude under the bus. Like, and they were chronic. I mean, it's one guess on what type of patients they were. It was chronic pain patients. You don't even have to guess.
Oh yeah.
Who weren't gonna get their narcs because they weren't completing their physical therapy.
Yep.
Like,
Want the drugs without the work, so they can get that nice little addiction going, and then ruin.
well,
the
they were
rest of their
probably
life.
they were probably taking some of the pills themselves and selling the rest. That's probably what they were doing. Bunch of fucking cocksuckers. But
Ugh.
it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, that was one of those, like, I'm so much happier now where I'm at because the people that I see, like, they really and honestly need a hand when they come see us. And I'm busy as fuck all the time. Like, I can already tell that, like, if we're not going to get help on the horizon, which we're supposed to, like, I could see getting burnt out doing what I do now. Like, I could totally see people getting burnt out doing it. I could totally see myself getting burnt out doing it. But I know that there's help on the horizon. I know that they're going to hire some more people to help us. So, but yeah, where it's at right now.
The
Oh
world,
man, Bachelor, did someone say cocksuckers? That's right. Cocksucker.
the world we live in now. Gosh.
Oh, did anybody actually watch the Deadwood movie?
Mm-mm.
It's out.
It's out now.
It's beautiful.
Son of a bitch! I didn't realize it was out already.
Yeah, it's out.
I had Gizzards too asking me about Jessica Jones. I was like, I'm still boycotting Netflix. And then he's like, I bet Fresh has already seen it because I was like, yeah, it's on Netflix. And then I closed out of it instantly. He's
Yeah,
like, I bet Fresh already seen it.
Jessica Jones season 3 is fucking brilliant.
Oh, note to self. I'm gonna have to go watch Jessica Jones, and now I have to go find where I can go watch the Deadwood movie.
It's like going to dinner with some old friends, and nothing has changed.
Oh,
Except for the fact it's ruined and it's gone
that makes me
forever.
happy.
Yeah, it was so funny. Like Al sitting in a room with Wu again is like.
Okay. I'm sold. I'll go watch it. You have me right there.
It was great. It was great. Yeah, it opens with Calamity Jane running her mouth. I was like, "Yep, all right, we're back to Deadwood."
Oh yes. All right, I'm in. Count me in. I'm gonna go find that. I finally broke down and watched the fucking newest Avengers movie the other night. That was fantastic. It really was. They did a very good cinematic job with it. I'll give them that. I may or may not have shed a tear at some point in there.
Ah, that's a good movie. Shit. Tugging at your heartstrings.
Oh yeah. I think it was just very well done in that fashion. It was kind of cool to see everything just completely come together at the end, which was fucking amazing.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't read the article over on flavorpro.com, you totally should. Totally should. Jen's latest article about nicotine, mental health, and the struggles that people go through. So excellent read.
Before I forget, because there's only 10 minutes left of this ridiculousness that we call Wednesday, there are 2 codes courtesy of the Meter Vapes to give away. So let's give those away before I forget. You guys know normal drill, 1 to 100. Closest to it, doesn't matter, go.
1 through 100. Go, motherfuckers, go!
Yo!
Lumi wins.
I don't even really want the code. I just like putting in my number. I'll consider it a win if you guys start ordering some braids, though. Put these Lumi fingers to work, please.
Speaking of which, I have a package of your braids that's going out in the mail tomorrow.
Saturation station, the Meter Vapes already has that number. You're going to have to pick another one.
Lumi
I called it
braid.
first, man. I called it first.
Which reminds me, those that did get piffed, they're going to the state of Michigan. Yes, your braids that got piffed into the kind ground drawing are going to the state of Michigan.
Am I allowed to ask who won them? I didn't get to see that part of the giveaway.
I don't know if he gave me his YouTube name, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to put anybody on blast. I'm just curious who's getting to enjoy the Lumi braids next.
I'm not sure what his YouTube name is. So I don't want to put his name out
That's
there.
fine. That's fine.
Otherwise, I would gladly tell you. I'll tell you after we're off the air, though.
Ivana.
Thank you, Raven.
I'm hoping Kind Ground got the braid that I did for the Kind Ground stream. I sent that out, I think, the very next day that I could. I think it was out in the mailbox at Monday morning. I trooped my little butt down there at like 7 o'clock in the morning and put it in my mailbox, put the flag up, and then trooped my little butt back home.
Off Camera Sam Jones podcast has a good interview with Ian McShane. I would love to listen to that.
Nice.
Ian McShane's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Cocksucker. He's the one that reestablished that word in my vocabulary.
Yep.
Joey Diaz for me.
Joey Diaz does it a lot.
It's his favorite fucking word. Cocksucker.
Want you not to tell him you hit a win, cocksuckers. It's Wednesday.
I've been trying not to curse. You know, I got the baby. I've been trying not to call people fucking cocksuckers these days. He's the best.
Fucking love Joey.
He has some interesting things that go on his show. He really does.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He's already insane. So.
Right? Yeah, he was crazy long before he started comedy. Now you're just getting to hear about it.
Yep.
Dude, those are usually the ones that are the funniest, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy Kenny B, man. Enjoy Kenny B.
Yes. All right. Look, that stuff tailed off. There's only 2. Looks like you guys got a really good chance of winning it. Let's just go ahead and do those numbers.
Okay, Google. Give me a random number between 1 and 100, please.
14.
14. Who's for? Is that Lumi? She could put
Lumi.
7.
Yeah.
Yep. It's Lumi.
Congratulations, Lumi.
Pivot to the next show.
Pivot to the next show. All right.
The next show, okay.
All right.
Okay,
Well-
Google, give me another random number between 1 and 100, please.
Here's a random number, 94.
Damn.
Damn.
Going high.
Looks like it's.
GBV Jerry, I think.
What does he have? Because Robert Kreitz got 62. Oh yeah, GBV Jerry.
Jerry,
65.
I think I have your email address already.
Congratulations, Green Bay.
Let me take a look. Make sure I do. I think I do. Yeah, I do. Watch this. Here. Watch your email box. You already know where it's for, so it will be to you in T-minus
Damn. Quickness.
2 seconds. There you go. It is on its way.
Get your stars on.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
I've been itching for some snozberry. I need to bust that out.
Nick fucking vaped all mine. Again. Meter purposefully sent me a bottle and sent him a bottle.
Half a bottle still. 60 mils.
There you go, Jerry. That one is for Dirt GP Juice in your email box.
Congrats.
Whoa, congratulations to Lumi. She's going to be a vixen.
Maybe if they want me, they might be like, no, we don't want that fucking vixen.
Nice. Well, then no. Let's take it around the room so we can get the geese and get the flock out of Dodge. It's not that I don't want to hang out some more, but I do want to go to bed.
Oh, show.
I don't have the armor.
Namely, because I have a lot
Adam,
of shit
Adam
to
does do the
tomorrow.
best Blue Falcon.
Right out.
It's fluidity. It's all about fluidity.
Oh, who wants to fucking take us out? Who wants to go first here on this round robin?
I'll go
All right,
first.
everybody.
Oh, fresh. Do it.
All right, everybody. At the end of the month, we have a fundraiser coming up for the Ali Forney Foundation. This is important because it helps homeless LGBT teens in the city of New York, where some pretty horrific things have happened in the past, in the very recent past. Two kids that fall into this demographic. So it's a great foundation. They keep hardly any money at all. We looked into them. I think they keep less than 15%, and that's just to pay staff. Everything else is by donation. They're a fantastic foundation. They do a lot of really, really good things for the LGBT community, and it's important. It's important to me because I think people should be who they want to be, and we shouldn't interfere in that sort of thing. Just like vaping, we shouldn't interfere. Let people make their own choices. Let people be happy. Let them love who they love. Let them be who they want to be. Makes no difference to me, and it shouldn't make any difference to you. So it's important to support these people. It's important to support these people. So we'll be doing that on the 29th of June. So save a couple extra bucks. I believe Cecile already has a donation page set up on her Instagram. So if you want to go get your raffle tickets early, but once again, we've got full lines of flavors. We've got flavor prize packs. We've got atomizers. We've got special guests coming from all over the place. There's going to be specific prizes for North America. There's going to be specific prizes for the EU. There's going to be specific prizes for Australia and New Zealand. There's going to be specific prizes for South Africa. So we've got it all covered. It's not just you're not in America, too bad. This is going to be, it's a worldwide thing. But yeah, we've got a ton of really, really cool people coming. It's going to be a 6-hour live stream. We're hoping to raise $3,000. If we get there, good. If we don't, as long as we do some good in the world, I'm okay with it. So that'll be on the 29th of June, everybody. So come hang out, save $5, or go donate your $5 now and save your ticket. So
Nice.
that's all I've got, everybody. Everybody be beautiful to each other. Educate, advocate, be good for this community. I'm going to pass it to Adam Flarzik, because he seemed like he was anxious to go next. The Algarina, South Chicago. That's good.
Yeah, just join the group, pick a couple songs. Let's keep this fun, because I'm having fun doing them. It makes my week interesting, especially when they're really weird. So keep that shit up. Check out the band, Heading the Arsons, headingthearsons.com. I put the links out there. And join us on Sundays on Frank's channel.
Did you turn on an echo on your mic? No.
Me?
Oh, there's an echo on everything.
Everybody has an echo?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, now I hear it. Hello.
Trapped
Now
in-
I don't hear it.
Now we're trapped by an escalator.
No, it's gone.
That kid is back on the escalator again.
Oh, it's a good thing it waited till the end of the show.
Pippa, get in touch with Cecile. Cecile's in charge of everything.
That's all I had to say, really. And if you want to mix my recipes, go to ELR and look up Madam on Madam, because I appreciate the feedback. I've been getting some lately, and it's awesome. So, yeah. Lumi, go.
Best fucking cookie ever.
Still the best comment.
Hi everybody. I'm Lumi. Thanks for hanging out in chat. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. If you guys want to get your hands on some Lumi braids, DM me on Discord or Instagram or email me or Facebook Messenger. I'm happy to help and work with you to find a coil that will fit your needs. I want to get Lumi braids into your hands. And I really just want to keep braiding. So come talk to me about braids so I can braid some more. Or check out the Discord for resin and more braids. There we go. Braids and resin. Or find me on Twitch, Lumi1992.
That would be amazing, Jarvis. Thank you.
Pissy Desk.
Oh, about the pissy desk, but whatever. First and foremost, thank you guys all for coming out. Everybody who came and hung out tonight, I do appreciate it. Fantastic to have you guys here. I'm gonna touch back on what I was saying when we started the show. Yeah, those things have gone through my head a lot in the last couple weeks, and so it was just some thoughts. Wanted to get them out there, air it out, let it fucking fall where it may. See what sticks, what doesn't. That I will let you guys know if there is going to be some sudden change or anything like that. Right now, business as usual till I figure out what the fuck I want to do with my life here. On that note, though, let's go into some good stuff. Well done on the fucking song this week, Adam. That was fucking awesome. I want to say, I'm glad we got into something a little bit different than we normally talk about. I mean, yeah, it all kind of boiled down to the same thing. So that definitely was a perk up tonight, and you guys out in chat were fucking fantastic tonight. The interaction with you guys was fucking great. You guys are throwing a lot of stuff out there for us to look at and bounce off of, so that was excellent. Thank you. Take yourself over to thepinkpussylist.com. Go get yourself some wonderful discounts for some people who support our community. Let's support them, because most important thing, we got to work together. That goes along with advocacy and everything that goes like that. Just keep it together as a group. Stop the inner group fightings and all that other bullshit. When you come over here on Wednesdays, if I see it, I boot you. That's how that works. I'm glad you guys don't do that here. So, it's a fantastic thing to have. Don't forget, go to Vaping Swag. There is some new Gizzard brew out, the strawberry variety. As you can see, I have a little leaky on my bottle, so my label's a little fucky, but whatever. It is what it is. Still tastes delicious. Also,
I have an update for that actually, real quick.
yeah.
Swaggy Shane is having a conversation with the distributor of those bottles. He's gotten some faulty bottles. All of the ones that went to Chef's Flavors are perfectly fine. He does know of the leaky problem. Thank God these weren't people that actually ordered any flavors. They were just kind of, hey, test this out. But thankfully, during the testing, he discovered that he had some leaks. He's working on that fix. So don't worry about leaky bottles, guys. Swaggy Shane's on it.
Oh, there you have it. And go check everybody else out on thepinkpussylist.com as well. A lot of their links are in the description of the video below here. Everything from Adore eLiquid, Vaping Swag, Stand Up 3D, the whole 9 yards. They're all there. So go check it out. On that. Do your part. Educate, advocate. I'm sorry we didn't talk advocacy this week.
We did.
We kind of did.
We kind of did, but I didn't have a specific set topic that I wanted to speak about this week. If there is something you guys ever want to talk about, just let us know. I'm glad to discuss them and get your guys' input and feedback as well, so that way we can have a nice round discussion with those things. Next week, I will have a normal advocacy thing now that we've gotten, as a one Jason Ellis would say, the cock off the chest. So, other than that, I have nothing else other than to pass it to the one, the only, the Meter Vapes.
First and most importantly, thank you, TJ, for having a show every Wednesday night where people like myself can come meet like-minded individuals with a group of like-minded people who come and support us every week. That is a wonderful thing, and it is crucial to sanity to have some sort of semblance of normality that you can count on, like this show. Whether it's Wednesday nights, no matter what it is, we have developed a group here that is awesome, and I am appreciative for it. And in keeping with wanting to do something different, instead of going off on a fucking tangent this evening for my segment, I'm going to announce a giveaway. Nothing huge, nothing crazy, but to mix it up here, in lieu of recent events being exposed on YouTube, I am offering right now a $25 gift card for Adore eLiquid. To enter said giveaway, it is very simple, and I will make it multi-platform so that as many people can enter it as possible. I'm going to be making a post the second this show ends on Instagram, so you can either comment on the post on Instagram I'm about to make, or come back and comment on this video right here. The only thing you have to do to enter is use the hashtag Nick Devine has a live problem. If you tag him on Instagram, I'll give you an extra entry. That's it. Hashtag Nick Devine has a live problem. The man needs an intervention, and if this is how it's going to have to happen, then God damn it, I will be the lead for this force. We need to get this man some help. It's developing into an issue here.
A divine intervention.
That's right. I'm going to divine intervention here. That's right. That's right.
Oh, can we use hashtag divine intervention?
I will allow hashtag divine intervention as well.
Oh, too good.
But that's it. Nothing crazy. The same thing holds true today that holds true every Wednesday. Support those that support others. Band together, or we will be banned together.
Well, thank you. Adam, since you did such a fantastic job rendering that song this week, what's the song that you would like to go out on that we have on tap?
Oh, crap.
Gotta put you on the spot.
Let's do, man, it's been a while since I've heard Policy of Fresh. You have that one?
Yeah.
Of course, I have them all saved
Yeah,
here.
let's jam out to the Policy of Fresh.
What about the Christmas song?
And then we're going to pretend I never did that.
Where do I have it at here?
Wait till this Christmas.
Where the hell did his policy of fresh go? Sultan's of Swing, right?
Yeah,
There it is.
there's all for that one.
There we go. Sultans, here we go.